A year ago, ESPN honored Leah Thomas as a part of women's sports excellence. I got a crazy idea. I think women's sports stars should actually be women, not men pretending to be women. So here at OutKick, we want to actually praise real women like Riley Gaines, who I absolutely am thrilled is a part of the OutKick family. She is fearless, she is brave, she is courageous, and most importantly, she has the truth on her side.
ESPN's idea of celebrating women in 2023 was to have Hannah Storm narrate a piece celebrating a biological man. At OutKick, we don't virtue signal, and we're going to celebrate Women's History Month the only way we know how, by honoring a real woman. Riley Gaines dedicated her entire life to her sport. Coming from a family of athletes, she knew, and her support system knew, exactly what it would take to get her from her first swimming lesson to becoming a 12-time All-American Kentucky Wildcat. By her senior year, she had clinched 5 SEC championship titles, until she was forced to share one of those titles and ultimately hand over her hard-earned and well-deserved trophy to a swimmer from UPenn. In 2022, Leah Thomas, who until a short time before that was Will Thomas, became the first NCAA transgender swimmer to dominate the women's category. Thomas ranked 462nd after competing for 3 seasons on the UPenn men's swimming team. But it wasn't grit and determination that launched Thomas to secure the women's title. It was biology, and the acceptance and glorification of gender dysphoria that allowed Thomas to share the pool and the podium with women at all.
Being trans is not a choice. I didn't have any other choice because not transitioning was not leading me anywhere.
Reducing everything that we had worked our entire lives for down to a photo op. Let's call this what it is. It's us as women being asked to smile and step aside so we can showcase and highlight and celebrate a man in a woman's position.
But if you thought Riley would just stand idly by and watch as biological men encroached on their spaces and turned women's sports from a sanctuary to a safety hazard, you'd be wrong. Riley made it her personal mission to not only fight for herself, but for the rights of all female athletes.
As well as a demand letter saying that we as women will continue to be discriminated against on the basis of our sex. What a simple message.
Riley's advocacy caught on like wildfire, and her efforts became impossible to ignore.
How in the world can we, as women, as female athletes, expect someone to stand up for us if we aren't even willing to stand up for us?
And Ranking Member Lee, if my testimony makes me transphobic, then I believe your opening monologue makes you a misogynist.
Save women's sports! Save women's sports! Save women's sports!
But those efforts were not met without fierce backlash. Mainstream media hacks like Keith Olbermann smeared Riley as nasty, stupid, and a transphobe. And the leftists on college campuses around the country ate it up.
You Riley! You Riley! You Riley! You Riley!
Unafraid of opposition, Riley forged into the belly of the beast, booking a speaking engagement at San Francisco State University, where Riley met some of her most violent critics face to face. Biological men may be physically stronger than women, mobs may attempt to intimidate them, but Riley is far from weak, and her army of supporters grows stronger by the day.
Riley Gaines, she's fierce, she's brave, she doesn't take anything from anyone.
You got me going, girl. So I owe you. I owe you because you've helped me continue to fight.
Riley's courage had a snowball effect. Steele's ESPN colleague Sam Ponder joined the fight, saying it's not hateful to demand fairness in sports for girls. And Leah Thomas's own teammate Paula Scanlon broke her silence, detailing the trauma of sharing a locker room with Thomas.
Knowing what I know now, I wouldn't have gotten the water with Thomas. I would not have participated in the farce.
In July of 2023, Riley Gaines joined OutKick to host Gaines for Girls, a show dedicated to highlighting the real women carrying the torch, pushing back against woke indoctrination, and creating a world of sports that is safe for generations of women to come.
You really mean to tell me that ESPN and Hannah Storm, who was narrating this, thought it was seemingly impossible for Leah Thomas, again a 6'4" man, to win a women's national title? Of course they don't believe that. If I were a woman working at ESPN, I would walk out.
This year, longtime ESPN host Hannah Storm voiced a new Women's History Month piece But her tune has changed.
A woman is undeterred, confident, fearless, persistent, powerful.
In this new promo, she talks about, how it's important to empower women, how women can do anything they set their mind to, how they can compete with men, how they can coach men, how they can receive equal pay as men. When just 12 short months ago, she undermined everything by creating that promo for Leah Thomas.
And while ESPN can claim to support and uplift women, the damage has been done.
We're the anti-ESPN. Thanks, Riley, for being with us at OutKick, and thank all of you for supporting basic biology and sports.
From all of us at OutKick, happy Women's History Month. Not to those who feel like a woman, want to be a woman, pretend to be a woman, or take opportunities away from women, but to those like Riley Gaines who make real women proud.